Josh Silverman, the CEO of Etsy, has been selling his Etsy shares. Is this important? Should we panic? The TLDR is no, but let me dig into this. So, I'm just back from my holidays. I had a actually awesome time, but I did see some comments on my YouTube videos while I was away asking me to look into this. They told me Josh Silverman had been selling up to about 80, nearly 90% of his shares on Etsy. And they asked me to look into this because obviously people were getting a little worried. So why would people be getting worried? Why is this a big deal? Well, it could be that he's losing faith in Etsy. Maybe he knows something. Now, it would be illegal to be about to do something to crash Etsy and pull all your shares out of it. That is completely illegal. And for whatever I think about Josh Silverman and the things he's doing, I don't think he's illegal and I don't think he's stupid. So um, I thought I really had to look into this. There has been precedent, very recent precedent. You've probably heard if you're following the news. Elon Musk had to sell a big chunk of his Tesla sales because his Tesla shares because of purchasing Twitter. And that really caused, even though we knew it wasn't him losing faith in Tesla, he just desperately needed the money, it did cause a big slump in Tesla sales, Tesla shares. So if Josh Silverman is absolutely selling off all of his shares, this could cause a big problem with Etsy share prices dropping, which could have a ripple effect for all of us on Etsy. So I decided to look into this. First of all, is it true? Is he selling off a big chunk of his shares? So did some searching, found a few websites, just showing you this one today. This is Market Beat. And it's showing, let's start looking, Wednesday, March the 29th, Josh Silverman sold 28,850 shares of Etsy stock, an average price of 106 per share, which meant he got over 2 million. And then Wednesday, April the 12th, he did the same thing. Wednesday, April the 26th. Wednesday, May the 10th. Josh Silverman sold. So that is quite a few sales. Now, another site I found, which I hadn't been able to find again, I should save the stuff when I'm researching, but anyway, another site finished up with saying how many shares Josh Silverman had left after he'd sold all of this. And if you added up all the sales there, and added to what he's got left, it is around 90. He's sold around 90% of what it looks like he would have had if you totaled up all of this. But I had to dig a little bit deeper. Now, first of all, there was something that stood out as a little weird for me here. Let me know in the comments if you see what is a little weird here. But yeah, I'll let you know what I saw, what I thought of as a little unusual is if you look at the number of sales he's selling, and it's every Wednesday in what is that, about 2 3 weeks, 2 weeks intervals. Every Wednesday, he's selling 20,850 shares exactly. Now, that's a little weird. If he was dumping all his shares, maybe he would just dump them all in one go. But if maybe he's spreading it out so we don't notice, which is ridiculous because it's an idiot like me can quickly Google and find out what he's selling. So we did notice. So people did notice and people did freak out. But that is a bit regular. So I, while trawling the internet, found another site that showed me, I'm not sure what year it is, I think it was last year, October to December. He is also every Wednesday dumping exactly 20,850 shares. This is a little bit too regular and definitely isn't saying that what the last site we saw was all of his shares. He's regularly selling that many shares. So I did a little bit more digging, as you do, and I saw some forum posts were blowing up. And it gets lost in the weeds. This is why I say don't spend too much time on some of these forum posts, because it gets so negative. If someone posted the sky is falling, 200,000 people would type back, yes, it is. I've been noticing the sky is falling. OMG, what a terrible time the sky is falling. And there's only a few voices of reason that actually went and looked out the window and seen if the sky was actually falling. And it's very much the same on Etsy things. People going, OMG, that's absolutely terrible. And you miss the voices of reason. And one little person put up a little reply that was pretty much ignored that says, Josh Silverman is paid in Etsy shares. So if that's the case, that's a very different thing. So I went and I had a look and I found Josh Silverman, total compensation for the fiscal year. So a breakdown of how he was being paid. It's 2021, but I can't see things will have changed that much. Firstly, total compensation, $40 million. I just needed a minute for that. I can't imagine any human being is worth $40 million. Not having a go at Josh. There's my door. You better still be working, computer. It seems to be. Anyway. Not having a go at Josh Silverman, personally, I don't see why any human being on the planet is worth 40 million a year. But that's just the state of the world we live in. But if we look at the breakdown, his salary is $600,000 a year, which is still, it's a pretty good salary. He didn't get a bonus. Not commenting on that. Value of stock awards. So part of his salary, part of what he is paid, it's not salary, part of his compensation is in Etsy stock. And in 2021, that was 35 million of the 40 million that he is paid. So, mystery solved. Josh Silverman is not dumping his Etsy stock. Josh Silverman is paid in Etsy stock. So every couple of weeks, he gets paid that number of shares and he sells them. It looks like automated, or somebody does it for him or something. I'm sure he's not sitting going, oh, sell, because that sounds like a waste of time for someone so busy. But yeah, he sells them and he gets 2 million every few weeks. Yeah. Anyway, so that's a good lot of money. And in some ways, it's good if a CEO is paid in stock, because then he has good reason, good incentive to make sure that the Etsy's share price is good, and the Etsy share price is based on how well Etsy's doing. So it's all kind of good. So has Josh Silverman sold 80 odd % of his Etsy shares? No, not really. Because he never had that many. He's always selling his shares. So Josh Silverman is paid in Etsy shares. But thank you so much for letting me know about this. I love to check into these things to see what's happening. Yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.